Do you want to help change this world for the better? Here's one more day and one more opportunity to do just that. It's World Food Day, dedicated to fighting global hunger and undernutrition. Hi, I'm Theodore Henry. Welcome and thanks for viewing today's pages of the island's most informative magazine program. So, the 2018 Global Hunger Index shows that the level of hunger and undernutrition worldwide fell to 20.9%, down from 29.2% in the year 2000. The projections show that at the pace of hunger reduction observed since the year 2000, approximately 50 countries will fail to reach low hunger levels by 2030. What can you do to help fight this global phenomenon? We'll have more on that and why this day is so important, and of course, eating right. Do stay with us.
Cancer, stress, high blood pressure. Guard yourself against these potentially deadly conditions by eating healthy. Give your body long life with foods such as low-fat milk, dried and fresh peas and beans, unsalted nuts and seeds, fresh vegetables, fruits and coconut water, and eliminate processed seasonings such as seasoning salt, soy sauces and ketchup. When it comes to meats, remember to remove the skin to reduce the intake of fats and oils. Meats should also be baked, steamed, grilled, or roasted. Fish is also a preferred protein option. To eat healthy, fill your body with a variety of foods from all the food groups. And remember, eat at a slow pace and in small bites to help aid digestion. This helps to maintain a healthy, balanced, and nutritious diet, strengthening your body to ward off illness and prolong life.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, October 16. St. Catherine is poised to get the largest number of affordable housing solutions since the development of Greater Portmore in 1992. On Tuesday, the Housing Agency of Jamaica and China Harbour Engineering Company signed a $9.5 billion contract to start the construction of 1,650 housing solutions at Catherine Estates. The 263-acre property will be developed over a 54-month period and is expected to start before the end of the year. At Tuesday's signing, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the project would be done in 6 phases and 14 clusters, with a studio unit selling for $5.5 million and a one-bedroom going for $6.6 million. The Catherine Estates development will have a new primary and secondary school, a church, police station, health center, 2 large parks, and commercial facilities. Prime Minister Andrew Holness was quick to add that the development would be strictly monitored and the covenants enforced.
The government has to take a stand as we build out more communities, because what we are finding is when you allow the community to deteriorate, then it becomes a safe harbor for crime and social deviance.
There has been a marked increase in the number of Jamaican businesses and consumers that want to invest in the country's tourism and hospitality sectors. That's part of the findings from the Survey of Business and Consumer Confidence for the third quarter of 2019. Pollster Don Anderson says the interest results from the general feeling that the economy is heading in the right direction. He also cites a reduction in unemployment and confidence in the government's programs as factors for this growing investment interest.
And the question came to us quite often, well, so where are people thinking of investing? Where are the investment plans? In what sector? So for the very first time in quarter 2, we generated this data. And we now repeated it here. And for the first 3 quarters, we're summing up year to date, first 3 quarters of 2019, we can see that tourism and hospitality is now the sector that businesses are saying they plan to invest in or are investing in.
Mr. Anderson was speaking yesterday at the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, Business and Consumer Confidence third quarter release. In the last 3.5 years, tourism arrivals have grown by 33%, and its revenue has grown by nearly 90%. The JCC survey also revealed that while the level of business and consumer confidence in the economy has declined in the third quarter of 2019, the indices are just short of the highest they've been since 2001. Government will continue stakeholder meetings with the parliamentary opposition and civil society to find workable ways to tackle crime. Prime Minister Andrew Holness told Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives that the talks would take place on Thursday.
which will address concerns, deliberate seriously the issues we face, and seek to create an uncontested political space in which there can be a national consensus on the crime-fighting plan for Jamaica. I think that is a positive step, a step in the right direction.
Mr. Holness gave the update as he sought an extension of the states of emergency in 5 parishes. More in this report from Sandria Clark.
As he argued for an extension, Prime Minister Andrew Holness revealed that the special security measures had resulted in a 35% reduction in murders across Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James. There was also 43% fewer shootings in the parishes. Between April 30 and October 8 this year, 901 arrests and charges were laid in the tri-parish areas, with 60 firearms and 4,133 rounds of ammunition recovered. As for the state of emergency in effect for St. Catherine and Clarendon, Mr. Holness said there had been a 62% dip in murders and a 70% decline in shootings. During September 5 and October 8, 302 persons were arrested and charged, while 11 firearms and 106 rounds of ammunition were recovered. Despite the successes, Mr. Holness revealed that Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James accounted for 20% of the murders and 19% of the shootings throughout the island. Meanwhile, St. Catherine and Clarendon represent 27% of murders in the country since the start of the year.
The threat of guns, gangs, and dons in the area under the SOE remain prevalent.
The House sided with the Prime Minister and approved an extension of the states of public emergency in Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James until January 27 next year. Operations in Clarendon and St. Catherine will continue until January 18, 2020. Reporting for JIS News, I'm Sandria Clark.
The Caribbean's first and largest Confucius Institute is now open at the University of the West Indies Mona campus. Dedicated to promoting the learning of Chinese language and culture among Jamaicans, the building was opened on Monday. It was constructed by the People's Republic of China at a cost of $5 million. At the handing over ceremony, Minister of State in the Education Ministry, Orlando Terrilong, thanked the Chinese government for their generous 2,500 square feet investment.
The government of Jamaica and the People's Republic of China for ensuring that together, one Jamaica, one China, but most importantly, one humanity and one world, and that together, in the spirit of partnership, in the spirit of prosperity, in the spirit of brotherhood, that we can all ensure a better place for all humanity.
I really hope my dear colleagues in the institutes and the university will make full use of this perfect building and to make it into a new bridge of friendship between Chinese people and the Jamaican people, and a new platform of the culture exchanges between the two countries.
And finally, come October 30, the Heart Trust NTA will be hosting a new employment skills event which will see numerous Jamaican employers pitching their job offers to unemployed young people. The event, dubbed Get Hired, seeks to offer entry-level jobs to 60 young people aged 17 to 29 years old. The program targets recent graduates of the Heart Trust NTA National Apprenticeship Program who are awaiting employment. At a JIS think tank Tuesday, Heart's Acting Director of Employment and Career Services, Rayarna Wright, said 30 employers had signed up to be part of the initiative.
Once the employers identify to us that there are entry-level positions available, what we will now do is to basically do what we call something like a speed dating. So the employers are going to come and for the first time they're going to be pitching to the young people why they should join their organization.
The event is a collaboration with the UK-based Prince's Trust International to support young people on their journey from education to employment. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
12,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer each year. The risk of developing these abnormal changes is associated with the infection of HPV. Not only that, early sexual contact, multiple sexual partners, and taking oral contraceptives increases your risk of developing cervical cancer. Ladies, protect yourself. Get tested. It is better to be aware than to be living in absolute fear.
With our agriculture industry booming, government is creating an avenue where local farmers can access global markets. Alex, that is the Agri-Linkages Exchange, is where products move from farms to hotels, feeding not just locals, but tourists too. Learn more next.
Many times, we have so many things that we can't sell. We have, because sometimes all the farmers goes out and plant Irish potatoes, and it's too much. So what we do is just use the phone, same place in the field, get to them, and they try everything, and they know before them, we only have spoilage. We can't sell. So no matter how it glut in the whole highland, they find a way to unload it.
Bye-bye farm produce glut. Alex is here to move farmers' produce onto the plates of visitors to our shores.
The Agri-Linkages Exchange Center, good afternoon.
It's not my...
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Willis. How are you doing? Okay. So what do you have reaping now?
We have a portion of corn ready, you know.
Is that sweet corn? Okay, sir. Let me just add that to the database for you. How much corn are you reaping?
We have 12 dozen corn ready, you know.
What's the selling price? 120 per dozen?
So you can look the buyer for me anytime you're ready. You hear, boss?
Another problem, Mr. Willis. I'll post the information for you, and once the market is available, I'll give you a call and let you know. All right, Mr. Willis, thanks for calling.
As easy as that, farmers are reaping economic benefits through tourism. The Agri-Linkages Exchange is an electronic platform where buyers and sellers of agricultural produce meet. Currently, there are agro-brokers who manage the platform. They operate from the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, St. Andrew office. It's a collaboration between the Ministries of Tourism and Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries. The center has raked in more than $50 million in sales for approximately 400 farmers across the country.
This program is dedicated specifically to the farmers, and what we were trying to solve was the fact that a number of our hotel, especially our hotel purchasing personnel, had difficulty getting produce that was in season, out of season, or even where they were located. So you'll find that particular fruits that will be in abundance in the eastern end of the island never ever gets to the west, and vice versa. For example, mangoes. Mangoes are very abundant in the east, and again, the west would love to have some of the fruits that we have in abundance at one place. So the Agri-Linkages Exchange platforms would have been a link to ensure that both buyers and sellers meet. At this point, we have 55 hotels on it. We have 7 agro-processors. We have about 5 retail operators, but the retail are really large personnel. And each day is another day in which persons are added.
I was at a production and marketing meeting in my community where we were discussing where we can unload our produce. So one of the RADA extension officer recommended us to Alex. I just get my phone, get registered, and that's it. Since Alex, we have more in demand than supply. It's been so good for us, trust me.
There are farmers who might not be technologically savvy to actually go on the system themselves, so they'll call into the center and ask, and these agro-brokers will be able to put them on the system.
On a daily basis, I would say we get from maybe 20 calls per day or so from farmers. A lot of the calls that we do get, surprisingly, are farmers who are new to agriculture. They are curious about what Alex is about. persons are now realizing that technology, agriculture, and production can all mix.
We supply and deliver produce, fruits, vegetables to hotels and restaurants. It's about 10 hotels that we supply on a weekly basis. Hotels that we supply, it's from small to large hotels. We found out about the Alex Center through a farmer. It is a very good initiative.
On a daily basis, we probably make contact with 20-30 buyers on behalf of our farmers, and they themselves, the buyers do call the center. Buyers request varied amount of quantity produce depending on what the usage is. If it's for agro-processing or export, the volumes will range from as small as a small agro-processor may need 80 pounds of sorrel or 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds, but then you have an exporter who will need 10,000 pounds of sweet potato, 15,000 pounds of pumpkin, 20,000 pounds of other produce. So the volumes vary depending on the usage. We walk with the farmers and we stay with them until the transaction is completed, until they're paid, until the goods are delivered.
Our hotels are interested in buying local produce. There's really no substitute for the produce that we actually produce here. If you were to import any of our grown provision, it wouldn't taste the same. And therefore, there's really no incentive for the hotels to be purchasing overseas. What we have not had from our local industry is exactly where it is and in what quantities. And Alex has been able to solve that mischief somewhat.
It's simple, man. Just get the phone or come down to the road where the office is, register with Alex, and that's it.
In the fight against undernutrition, let's explore one protein option that is found in abundance in inland water bodies such as ponds and rivers and the great big sea that surrounds our island home.
We all love our protein. Chicken, beef, pork. But how often do we eat fish? Is it only at Easter time or when you're at the beach? Incorporating more fish into your diet can be very beneficial to your health. Compared to red meats and poultry, fish has far less calories and cholesterol.
It's the saturated fats and the trans fats that our bodies use to make cholesterol. And fish and seafood have very little saturated fat and trans fat. So in truth and in fact, that makes it a very healthy source of protein.
Fish also has iron, which is important for good reasoning and memory, iodine, which can prevent mental problems in children, and selenium, vitamins, and carotenoids, which are antioxidants. Who knew that we could get so many nutrients from fish? And that's not all. Incorporating fish into our diet can even reduce the chances of developing certain diseases.
Studies have in fact shown that people who have a higher intake of fish compared to other meat sources have less heart disease, they suffer from fewer mood disorders, and they have less cognitive decline with age, so less dementia.
This is due to omega-3 fatty acids, a nutrient that is only found in a few other food sources, such as walnuts and flax seeds. But oily fish, such as sardines, tuna, mackerel, salmon, and trout, are excellent sources of omega-3s and are readily available at your convenience in supermarkets. So we want to add fish into our diet. In what ways can we do this?
So escovitch fish is one of our favorites. Now the onions and the carrots and the vinegar and the pimento, that's all fine. But we don't want to do a lot of deep frying. Deep frying adds calories. Nothing like a nice steamed fish, a nice roast fish. And when you roast your fish, you can stuff it with wonderful vegetables like callaloo and so on. So we have to find other ways. Many of us have broilers as a part of our stove and we've never utilized it. We don't know how it's used. And that gives us, I think, the closest taste to fried without adding a lot of oil.
So we've got different styles of cooking the fish, but what about flavor? Jamaicans love adding salt, but fish is already salty. Wouldn't that be too much sodium?
If we utilize other things like lime and lemon juice and or fresh seasonings or scotch bonnet pepper or onions or scallion, we can make our fish flavorful without adding a lot of extra sodium.
That sounds really tasty, but watch out for bones. Make sure to debone fish before giving your children. Even if the fish is bought deboned, check for fine bones with your fingers. If you're not careful, you could end up with a medical emergency. The recommended serving size per week is only 8 to 9 ounces of fish, or 2 to 3 servings per week. With an array of health benefits and a variety of ways to cook it, don't miss out on this lifestyle choice. Make a positive impact on your health by adding more fish to your diet.
It's the 9th staging of the JIS Heritage Competition, and this year we're talking slavery and reparation. Entries are now open, so listen up. Primary and prep school students, this is what you should do. Imagine that you are one of the 7 national heroes. Make your case for Jamaica to be compensated for the effects of slavery. Answer this question in an essay of 400 to 500 words and submit using the application form on our website, jis.gov.jm. Entrants must be aged 9 to 12 years old. Secondary students, the poster competition is for you. Submit your digital or illustrated posters to depict the theme, Jamaica, a case for reparation. The photo competition is open to tertiary students in accredited Jamaican institutions. Send us a photo, also representing the theme, Jamaica, a case for reparation. All entries should be submitted using the application form on the JIS website. For more information, contact 876-922-3590, extension 2137 or 2132. You may also email heritageessay@jis.gov.jm, heritageposter@jis.gov.jm, and heritagephoto@jis.gov.jm. Deadline for entries is Monday, October 28. Go ahead, express yourself in the JIS Heritage Competition 2019. Just before we break, we showed you the benefits of adding seafood to your diet. There are, of course, other foods you will need to consume to get all the nutrients that your body needs for proper function and maintenance.
Eating healthy by having a balanced diet consisting of items from all the food groups and consuming the right portions is important to get the nutrients vital for disease prevention, growth, and good health. Essential nutrients are building blocks for the cells that make up the body, from bone to muscle, skin, and hair. One of the most critical ones is protein, which is made up of different amino acids, some of which the body can make on its own. We need a variety of proteins to function properly, many of which can only come from the foods we eat. Meats, fish, and eggs are essential sources from animals, while plant sources include beans, nuts, and some grains. How much protein you need daily depends on a variety of factors, including how active you are and your age. Carbohydrates are the main nutrients for fueling the body's energy needs, especially our central nervous system and brain. They help protect against diseases, but some carbohydrates are healthier than others. Some healthy sources include your fresh produce, such as yam, banana, breadfruit, and tubers, as well as whole grains, fiber-rich vegetables, and fruits. Less healthy sources include refined grains and products with added sugar. Fats often get a bad rap, but it's important to know that healthy fats are essential to our body's function. Fats aid in vitamin and mineral absorption, blood clotting, building cells, and muscle movement. Fats are high in calories, which is a measure of energy from foods, but the World Health Organization recommends keeping daily calorie intake from fat at under 30%. Including healthy fats, which are the unsaturated fats in your diet, can help balance blood sugar, decrease the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, and improve brain function. Healthy fats are also powerful anti-inflammatories and can lower the risk for arthritis, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Some of the well-known unsaturated fats are the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Sources of these healthy fats include fish, seeds, nuts and vegetable oils, olive, avocado, and flax seeds. Trans fats are to be avoided, and we should also limit our intake of saturated fats, of which the main sources are animal-based and include butter, cheese, red meat, and ice cream. Vitamins are organic compounds essential for normal growth and are required in small quantities. There are 13 essential vitamins that the body needs, and these help lower the risk of diseases such as lung and prostate cancer. Vitamin A supports healthy vision, skin, and bones. Powerful antioxidants like vitamin C boost the immune system and helps the body heal. Eating a varied and well-balanced diet of fruits and vegetables should supply the body with the required vitamins. Minerals are also important nutrients needed for building strong bones and teeth. They help with regulating our body's metabolism and keeping us properly hydrated. The mineral calcium strengthens bones and teeth and helps with nerve signal transmission. It also helps to maintain healthy blood pressure and with muscle contraction and relaxation. Iron supports red blood cells and hormone creation, while the mineral zinc boosts the immune system and wound healing. The body also needs water, which improves brain function and mood, and acts as a shock absorber and lubricant in the body. Water also flushes our toxins, carries nutrients to cells, hydrates the body, and prevents constipation. Even mild dehydration can make us feel tired and impair concentration and physical performance. In addition to drinking water, we can hydrate ourselves by eating fruits and vegetables such as spinach and watermelon. Start treating your body right. As you grab your next meal, make sure you're getting all the nutrients needed in their right proportion.
At the top of the show, we mentioned that today is being observed as World Food Day. On this day, people around the world come together, committing to eradicate worldwide hunger in whatever way they can. Here are some reasons you should join the fight. Number 1, eliminating world hunger could save the lives of 3.1 million children a year. Number 2, ending child undernutrition could increase a developing country's GDP by 16.5%. Number 3, properly nourished mothers have healthier babies with stronger immune systems. Number 4, eliminating iron deficiency in a population could boost workplace productivity by up to 20%. And number 5, ending nutrition-related child mortality could increase a workforce by 9.4%. We're encouraging you to join the movement. Run with the hashtag World Food Day and hashtag Zero Hunger and help make our country and the world the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. That's all the time we have for you on today's show, but if you missed anything, you can watch it all again on our website or our YouTube channel. Don't forget to keep up with us on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter pages. And remember, it is important for us to realize that we can make progress against world hunger. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service. the voice of Jamaica.